What's happening, YouTube? White Boy Radio back with another one. Do true crime YouTubers interfere with cases? Is the question. Well, the question lies with you. Um, what I have done in the past is brought to you true crime YouTubers planting evidence out in a major case. I think everybody who watches this little niche of the internet, this little sector of the internet, it doesn't even matter what sector you come from, everybody understands that, especially in true crime, that there's certain creators who will hold a narrative with another creator. Okay, and that's what I really want to focus on tonight with this video. What I'm going to be doing is showing you two voice clips that were sent to me from Doug No Thanks, trying to get me on board with, creator shenanigans. Unfortunately, um, I don't have a reputation to burn families or smear them or gaslight them. For me, it's the exact opposite. I like defending the families in this community. It's easy content, and it never stops from these people. So I could never get on board with this. But I just want to show you some of the not only attempts to get me on board and smear people for subs, but when I then tell a certain family that has a missing girl, very popular missing girl, Mr. Don Wells, to stop communicating with some of these creators because I've picked up their games. Then I want to play you some voice mails left to Don Wells in response to me giving him that advice. And then, very simply, I like to roll back and rewind back in time to the West case and show you that this has been going on for some time. But let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to play is the first voice clip is from the time frame of when me and Noel were speaking out against Molly Golightly, JLR, Bullhorn Betty. Okay, so I want to let you hear this first, and then I'll explain it, and we'll go to the next one.
Hey, what's up, man? It's Doug. No thanks. I was going to tell you, you really want to stir the pot? I'm going to do this with you. I'm calling WJHL and emailing them, letting them know about the vax scam, the vax cards, how they can find the information through an email. You can get to their information desk, their news desk, because if they all go out there and they get another private interview with WJHL. Oh, there you are.
All right. So what he's speaking about is Noel spoke out against people having fake vaccine cards, and he was trying to get me to contact this news place out there in Tennessee. To quote him, he said to stir the pot. But I'm not going to stir the pot. I'm not going to lie to a media agency. I'm not going to do any of that, and I never did. You can go back in the timeline of this channel and try to see if I've ever done that. Maybe speaking out against it, speaking out to you guys, but never contact any WJHL. It's just not happening. Just not happening. And look, those people I really dislike. I'm going to do a live on this guy. It's coming soon with some special guests. There's a whole bunch of stuff from moderators and women all in this thread of communication I've had with this guy, but I never really did trust this guy, and neither do some families. I not only would never get on board with burning a family here in the community or getting down with one of these shenanigan plays, but what you're never also going to find is any women doing any of this stuff or whatever he's been accused of. First off, if we're talking true crime, I have to be then talking about my wife, possibly a double homicide, with me and whatever moderator decided to speak out against it or expose me for whatever. I don't even call my moderators. None of that. Some of them on the phone, but it seems to me, and this is just my observation, don't want to get off topic, seems to me Dolly, Josh, Doug, big problem with women. But let me show you the Don Wells stuff and give you a little better example. So this is as of recently, obviously, with Don. And I actually told Don about this one.
Hey man, give me a call when you get this, bro, or tomorrow or whatever. We're going to bed here shortly. Wanted to find out if you could do me a favor and see if we can do us a favor. Actually see if we can get Don Wells not to come on, but to talk to us and answer some questions. It's not going to be any hard questions. It's not going to be any crazy questions. They're actually on his side right here, trying to get answers, bro. And I think there's a few things that he can help out with that'll help a lot. Just stuff that has to do with the timeline. Has nothing. No, there's not going to be any finger pointing, nothing. So if you could get back to me and see if we could call him, or if you could give me his number and I can just text him or email him. I can send me his email because his other one says it works. All of his old shit's gone. So let me know if it's possible so I can try to make something happen and try to find Summer, bro. I think we're really close, and I think if we can get him to talk and not get him too many crazy questions, he may just answer the rest of the stuff that we need through conversation. I know how to deal with him, bro. I think we can make it happen. It'd be huge. So let me know. Just want to talk to him behind the scenes, ask a few questions, kind of thing. Nothing has to do with directly has to do with him because obviously I'm promoting his innocence and everything right now. So let me know, bro. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
All right, couple key things there. This was sent on February the 23rd. Promoting his innocence. Has anyone looked at his channel since the 2/23 until present? Does he speak good about Don Wells? I know how to talk to him. Come on, man. No, not going to happen. And also, if you notice when these creators do these things, especially in interviews, every time you see creators with the same viewpoint and they hold an interview, they gang up on the person, try to confuse the person, try to get them to backtrack. All the games in the books come out when this is done. It's exactly what happens. Just go back and watch it with your own eyes. Two examples here that I just would not get on board with, man. Just not get on board with. What's funny, and I also want to show you, is this came because I told Don Wells, hey man, don't talk to these people anymore. Just very simple advice as I saw the games that they were doing with him. Now, I want to share with you after they're blocked and when you hear me say that Don is actually taking the advice, he's listening, I want to share with you the voicemails that were sent to me from Don. Because yes, I did let Don hear that little attempt to get me on board. I know how to talk to him, Don. It was perfect that he sent me that so I can teach Don with the flow. So let's hear a few voicemails from this guy. I have a few, but there's many more. Show you how weird it is.
Don Candace, sitting in the tree. SPACKING. Self spackling, Don.
It's actually a month and 5 days later than when he left me that first voice clip. Let's go to the second one. It's extremely strange, no matter how you add it up.
Hey, buddy, this is your future self, Don, calling you to say, don't forget to call back up, no thanks, because you got to answer some questions for me, buddy. I just work all the time to know that. So if you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it, buddy. All right, I got to go.
That really happened. All right. So lastly, I'd like to take people back in time and give you a clip in the West case where there's a sheriff speaking about when Doug himself got arrested in the case. He had misdemeanor warrants.
This leaves time for the public to speculate, and that speculation results in online arguments and finger pointing.
I get it. These guys believe that they're trying to make a difference and they're trying to help us out. But it appears to me that they're just fighting with each other.
One YouTuber, Doug Hutton, accused the neighbor of the adoptive parents in California City of being connected to the boys' disappearance. That neighbor then put pictures of Hutton all over the adoptive parents' house, along with a banner asking Doug Hutton, "Where are the boys?" On Friday, Hutton saw the postings and took them down.
Then he went to the neighbor's house, was walking around at the neighbor's house. One of the people who lives in that house showed up. They had a confrontation in the street. We responded and had to deal with the confrontation. And he ended up going to jail because he had some outstanding misdemeanor warrants.
Police say Hutton was then cited and released.
Now I have to use my resources to respond to these incidents and deal with these incidents when that again is taking focus away from the actual investigation.
Anyone with information